guys, today we're looking at the TruckPaX heavy duty cases from ProX. We have the 60-inch and 30-inch cases here. They are 1/2-inch thick plywood walls and lid, and they have 3/4-inch plywood on the bottom. They have 4-inch heavy duty casters, and 2 of them are locking. They have handles on sides and on the fronts. If we zoom in, they come with the hex pattern that ProX is doing now. They have a slot for labels on top. Obviously the caster cups. And then they come with, the 30 inches come with 1 tray, a middle divider, and 2 vertical dividers. And all these dividers can be moved to all these different slots. So they're very adjustable without having to do any extra work. They just slide in and out. Another cool feature we love is that these latches automatically close and automatically open. You don't have to push them in, they just automatically close. And when you open it, you can close them completely down so they're just about flush with the top. You can actually close the case lid without damaging anything. And then obviously you can just grab them and they will latch. The lower handles are very good because you can get a low center of gravity and pick up without having to lift these, which are more awkward. And coming to the tray, they're very well constructed. They have dovetail joints glued together, brad nailed, and painted black. They've got a good sanding on them. They're smooth on the inside. And they fit perfectly in here. And there's never an issue closing it.
Another thing that's cool inside of these is they really didn't take up much room at all with the caster cups. They are not recessed in nearly as much. And that really does have to do with this being 1/2-inch construction, which is a lot thicker. But with this being, I mean, pretty much flush. And I don't know, what do you think that sticks out? Maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that.
The rivets stick out more than the cup.
Yeah, so it's really nice. And it still gives you enough inside of here to safely put a case on top of another case. And we have some over in the corner that are even more stacked. I mean, we've got them 3 tall. So we'll look at the 60-inch case.
Coming over to the 60-inch case, it is the same construction. It's the 1/2-inch tall and walls, the 3/4-inch caster plate, and the 4-inch casters again. Open her up here. Like I said, these guys come with a tray. These guys, actually, we've taken out the dividers, the horizontal dividers, but they come with 2 horizontal dividers and 4 vertical dividers. We've just customized this one to our needs. We got all our power separated out.
And over on this side, that does not come with this. That's just out of another case that we threw in there to keep some things separated out. But pretty cool case. Same thing, the way they've done it, you can end up having 2 30-inch cases on top of a 60-inch, which is really nice for the pack. And the brakes are designed really well too, because you see it doesn't stick out nearly as much for the brake, but it's still enough that you can get your foot under it. And if I didn't have these particular shoes, it's super easy to unlock the brake, but I was still able to do that as well. So the handles, you can tell them same on this, but I just like the way the handles are.
We have the same thing with the handles on this one. The 2 on the front are lower, so 4 people can get a good grip, a lower stance, better for your back.
And you do still have the higher handles if you needed to jump over a curb going into a doorway or getting up on a box truck ramp. So they really thought out a lot whenever they designed these. We really do like them. And we can show you why we kind of went with these, besides the fact that they truly fit into a truck perfectly well. But we'll show you the hinge setup as well. So a piano hinge going all the way down the back of it. And the latches are pretty cool when you open it. So you can see the piece of metal comes out, keeps everything open. It also keeps you from having that really annoying piece of fabric that goes down the side. So they do stay open. I mean, I'm putting quite a bit of force on this and it is swaying, but those two latches are not going to break off by any means. So really well engineered, thought out well. We've been really happy with them. And we're gonna open up all these cases and kind of show you what we've been doing for our rigs.
And then here, you can see we have them stacked. They are sturdy, they're not gonna fall over. This is one of the configurations we have for them in our box truck. It's 102 inches clearance in our box truck, so this fits just fine. You can have the long ones, the short ones, or you can have 3 of the short ones stacked here, here, and here, and it still fits within the box truck. So this is just one layer that we do. You can take the shorter ones, they have caster cups to allow for 2 of these to fit on top of one of the larger cases.
So for us, the reason we switched over to this for most of our rigs and even some of our larger ones, but definitely our smaller rigs, this is it. These are the only 4 cases that we have to take to a show. And realistically, 2 of them, the long ones, can stay on the truck if they need to. So on this case here, this is our AC rig and this is our C rig. So it doesn't have as much stuff in it, but you can see up on the top, we have all of the, this is just kind of extra stuff. It would be PowerCon jumpers that are overflow, some IECs and some other things. And then inside of here is a bunch of different extension cords. So we have 100 foot, 50 foot, 25 foot. All those are 12 gauge. And we have underneath there a bunch of 16 gauge. In this case has all of our mic stands. And it's amazing how many you can have in there. Right now, this has 15 tall mic stands, and then I think it's 4 straight stands, and then there's some short ones as well. So that fits in there with a 60-inch. These are K&M stands that we use. We have our 200-foot Whirlwind Snake that has EtherCon and a couple XLR. But inside of here is really nice because you can put all of the pieces for the stands as well. So that's for our straight stands. Then we also have all of our short stands inside of these little dividers too, just to make them stay looking fresh as long as possible. So we have that case, and then these are the only 2 cases that we usually take out to a show now, which is pretty incredible. So we have one that's labeled front and one that's labeled back. So this one is back and it has all of our XLR. These are all 25 foots that are up here. So we'll go ahead and take that off and show you what's inside. So we just kind of put a little cheat guide to know what's in each one of these. But over here we have 15-foot PowerCons, IECs, we have a little sub snake, and then we have 20 10-foot XLRs in there. And then we also have the EtherCon system to where you can run EtherCon to do a couple other channels. And then usually we don't have to do a lot in the back, a stage power, a couple extension cords. And then we usually end up having quad boxes in almost all these as well, and then a few little pieces of EtherCon to run for our digital snakes. So this is everything that would go on the back of the stage, and then in this other case it's everything that would be in the front. So it's the other part of our EtherCon system, and you can see this has the sends because the way we use most of our snakes, the sends would be on the front shooting to the back for monitor mixes, and all that's on the top of this is going to be EtherCon for us to be able to do either RDNet for our speaker system, or it could be for us to just run out of our snake into our digital stage boxes. Then we've got a little roll of gaff tape. And underneath here, we end up having some 10-foot XLRs are up in this side that end up helping us to connect the subs. Then we have PowerCon, and then we end up having all of our short extension cords, things that we just typically use. And then we have some 25, 50-foot, and then red XLRs that we usually end up using for monitors. So everything else that's in here are just backup things, but it's pretty incredible. These are only 24 inches deep. So whenever we put these together, and especially if you stacked them, you're taking up 24 inches in a box truck for depth. So you hardly have anything in your truck, which is really nice. So a lot of times we can get away with not having to stack them, and it makes things even faster. But it's just so much quicker for us just to have 2 cases out, instead of in the past we would bring out case after case after case of equipment. But we figured out, we just kind of took an average of all the shows that we've done, and 90% of our shows can be done with using these 2 cases that we have for the front and the back of the stage. And then we can get out mic stands as we need. And a lot of events, it's just so tight for space that we can't actually leave all of our cases out like we used to. So this makes life a lot easier for us as well. So I was glad these came out. They've been really good for us. ProX has been really nice. Gabrielle and his crew have always done a great job on all their products. And if there's ever anything that's messed up, they're great about helping you get it fixed. So we really do support them and urge you to purchase things. So we are a dealer for them. So if you ever need anything, just let us know, and we will happily get it for you. Please hit like and subscribe, and just watch out for some more videos to come. But have a great day.